and fight for inclusivity goes back nearly a decade. Dark Sheik versus Still Life was historic before the bell even rang, but that didn't stop these two from tearing down aisles with the technical clinic. She says real quick, it was amazing. It was really important for me because it was my first match since March, but also just because it was with Still Life. I think that she's not only just an iconic character right away, just showed up amazing, but there's also so much talent in the ring, technically sound and innovative. You learn from wrestling with someone like that. Yeah, I love that match too. I want to watch that again. I still have that on my Fight TV. I need to watch that again, honey. That match was everything. And she goes on and says, with shows like Every Big A Brunch in Paris is bopping. Shout out to you, Billy Dixon. Spotlight and showcasing queer talent while honoring queer history. That's nothing new for Dark Sheik. And it goes on and says she founded Hood Slam over 10 years ago. The West Coast promotion has been embracing progress and diversity from the very beginning. She goes on and says, it's beautiful. It's everything I was hoping for. And she said of the progress that has been made. A decade ago, I felt that wrestling had become a bit painful to experience from a fan and to be a fan of. There's only one major company on TV and a lot of independents have suffered. Well, kind of still is now, if you will. And there was still some people doing good and great. You can't say it was all doom and gloom, but majority of people weren't wrestling in front of big crowds, and some of us not in front of big cameras. My point was really for people to have fun. So what happens that people I knew and myself were minorities. We were queer. We're just from a diverse crew. So when we started, it wasn't like there was many real intention other than we want wrestling to be enjoyable again. And she continued to say, we want this to be the passion project we're always intend, not the love/hate relationship. Now to see what kind of we had stumbled upon as an accident is that we are very inclusive and kind of progressive, and that wasn't by model. It just happened to be who we were and what was around us and representative of the talent pool in the area, she said. I think you're seeing that more and more. Not only is being highlighted and spotlighted, but also becoming just a measure. I don't want to say it wrong, but sense of normalcy to see people from all backgrounds and orientations being represented. And it goes on and says here, this progress helps the wrestling industry look more like the real world around us, whether it's race, ethnicity, gender, identity, or sexual orientation. Things are more diverse than ever today. But the wrestling industry has taken a long time to actually reflect that. She goes on and says, I think that's the goal. Even when we were doing something that is fantasy driven, I just don't mean wrestling, but you have to have a show where you have a wizard wrestling a dinosaur, whatever the hell it might be, and it's still cool as the people involved. So she goes on and says here, like, yeah, no one wants to straight up say it, but that's what it is. You know, that is just not a white man's sport anymore. And goes on, we're just able to have people just be something that they intend and not just what's forced upon them. And that's what we're seeing. I want to do more on this. This is a whole topic. I love what Dark Sheik is saying. You guys heard what Effie said. #WrestleQueer. We are not going any goddamn where.